Love and hip hop, y'all. Listen, I got my vanilla chamomile tea with honey in my Hims cup. Let me see if y'all can see it. Y'all, it's so good because I add a lot of sugar. I'm one of those people. I can't drink black coffee. I love black people. I love my black skin, but I can't drink black coffee. And I don't really like dark chocolate either. Even though I love chocolate, I just don't like dark chocolate. If you feel what I'm saying. Yeah, I can't do black. I don't see how anybody drinks just straight black coffee. Um, but I'm not judging. Any of my subscribers drink black coffee. Tell me how y'all get through it. I'll be about to gag from just drinking. It's just that bitterness. It's just way too intense. But anyway, I got my chamomile tea, and I also got my Tahiti Talenti, excuse me, gelato Tahitian vanilla bean gelato, guys. It's so good. This whole line, everything in the Talenta line is good. Everything. My favorite is probably the brownie fudge brownie one, whatever. Okay, let me get on to this review. All right. So the episode began where did it live up last? Okay. Anyway, it sounded like Tommy. I'm working on my Tommy voice. Okay. Carly, she meets up with Tommy. Speaking of Tommy, and she wanted to ask her and let her know exactly what she said about Jocelyn. Because as y'all know from last week, Tommy went over. She was talking to Jocelyn, and she said everything that Carly Red had to say about Jocelyn. She told Jocelyn, Tommy, and she also said what Dime Piece had to say about her. But Tommy is very much so given that it was mostly Carly that was doing the trash talk or whatever. Excuse me. So anyway, Carly was just like, "Oh, this girl want to talk shit about me and yada yada. I want to see her. Like you gonna do something, Carly? Sit your flip flop lopsided ass upside down, damn pineapple cake ass booty down." So anyway, she talking to Tommy. Tommy was just like, "Yes, I said it," and she don't even know me. And Carly was just like, "Okay, that's all right. So you gonna say that? I ain't even say that much. Dime was the one that said all the shit. So she throwing Dime up under, in the fire. That Dime wasn't there to defend herself, obviously. So Tommy was just like, it don't matter, whatever. Jocelyn is my girl, and I'm there for her, and that's it. And so Carly was just like, okay, I got a little information for you that I was gonna tell you, but now since you like to run your mouth, since I can't tell you nothing, then I'm gonna let it go. And Tommy was just like, whatever. Sometimes it's best. So anyway, we get to Jocelyn. And she's looking for a new house. Jocelyn Hernandez, she's so sick of staying in hotels, and she looking for actually a house to own. Now that she back in Atlanta. She got Don here to help her, whatever. So Don and Jocelyn back together. Don, she's in the house. They looking at the house or whatever. They sit down and have a conversation. Jocelyn talks to Dawn about the whole thing that happened with Tommy last week when Tommy showed out on her, spit on her, and everything at Jocelyn's video premiere party. And Dawn was just like, I don't really know this chick Tommy. I ain't said nothing about her, yada yada. And so it's just like I don't even know the girl. But they get into KK, Karen. Lost Clock sister, K Michelle Wiggs, um, Scrap and Sap or Sleaze or Knees, whatever Scrap DeLeon's brother is called, Saz, I think. Um, their mama, KK, with the dead dog and all the confessionals, because that dog don't move that she be holding, but don't blink, don't lick their tongue out, nothing. Okay, so anyway, so they're talking, and she was just like, basically, Dawn was locked up for a while. She was locked up with KK. That's how she met KK. They kind of became cool. KK wasn't in there for that long. Dawn was in there a little longer. So Dawn is about that life. She's civilized hood rat. She tries to act like she better than the girls, but she's not. So anyway, she was like, they got cool or whatever while they was in the jailhouse, and KK left. She was still in there, and apparently they were supposed to link up and do some mess. And Don was just like, "We never did." But all of a sudden, KK got issues with her. I don't know. Y'all know how they do this shit. This question mark mess. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. All right. So anyway, Stevie comes in. He was just like, he's just really shocked that Don is there, like right in front of his face with all the shit that Don done did, in the past to him and Jocelyn. And she's just shocked that Jocelyn's kind of on her she's kind of on her pimp shit right now. Jocelyn's up to something. She's trying to be messy and all that. And Stevie was just like, "Oh, you don't do nothing but care about yourself." And see, Stevie whole thing is that he want to control me. He want to control me. That's what Stevie want to do. He don't love me. All he care about is control. As long as he got control, then he good. Jocelyn want to see the contract because Stevie, oh, you have to run everything by me. You know, the classic story. You know, I'm going to send you back to the strip club. I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie. You know, that whole thing. All right, so moving on. Carly and Scrap D Leon meet up. Carly got on this little black one piece leather number, look like a dominatrix, and Scrappy in his skin, his railroad skin, comes in, and you know she it looked like she was getting ready to close the shop. You know, in the mall when they let the what the hell is it called, the screen or whatever, and the chains and all that shit, when they lock up the mall, you know, they bring it down from the ceiling, you know, and lock it up. She pulled that down all secretive, wasn't nobody in the store. This was after hours. So she literally went to the mall just to have this meeting with Scrappy. So anyway, she talked and she was just like, "Oh, Scrappy, I want to interview you and on my radio show on Playboy and this and that." And she says that she has her own record label, Red Entertainment. She want him and his brother to basically do something with her and this and that and yada yada. And she talking all sexy and all that, and she asking him what does he like, what kind of positions. And long story short, he puts a little um he puts her little lopsided ass up on the damn counter, and they kiss and all that shit, and just the fool. So anyway, my girl K Michelle is back. K Michelle follows me on Twitter, so hey K Michelle. But I'm still gonna be honest about anything. I'm unbiased. At the end of the day, I have to keep it real. But anyway, she sends Jocelyn on this little scavenger hunt to find her. K Michelle got this new house in Atlanta. Apparently, she's back in Atlanta for good. We'll see. It's got 8 bedrooms, and K Michelle basically come back to Atlanta to stunt on these hoes that basically said that she wasn't gonna do nothing, never wasn't gonna be none, and all this other stuff. So they're talking, her and Jocelyn. And K Michelle feels like Rashida had put like a hex. I think that's what it's called, like a hex. You know, had a performed a whole little voodoo ceremony on her ass, and you know, basically that's why she's going through things or have been going through things in the past. And you know, she has a score to settle with everybody, and she pretty much wants to invite everybody to her party for her new album coming out, even her haters, you know, to kind of throw it back up in their face, like, you said I wasn't going to do this or be anything. Look at me now, you know, which I feel like is unnecessary to do. You don't have to throw anything back up in people's face. I mean, they got the internet, they can see it. K Michelle has had her own success and everything, much bigger than the show, which is why I'm a little conflicted kind of about her actually even being on the show. I mean, she left her own show to come back to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But she said on Breakfast Club herself that, you know, the coins is right. They're paying her a lot of money to come back. And, you know, I don't necessarily know how her own show on VH1 was doing as far as with ratings. But I watched it. I liked her show and everything. So I don't know, but anyway, K Michelle's back, and she come to stun on these hoes and get them together, and she basically want to invite everybody. And Jocelyn was like, "Well, I invited all these raggedy, thirsty, thrifty bitches from Atlanta to my viewing party, my video. They didn't show up." Um, Jocelyn feels like the girls didn't show up to her thing because Carly went back and said that she's trying to blackmail her. K Michelle was just like, "You're not trying to blackmail her, are you?" Jocelyn was just like, "No, I'm not trying to do that. I got too much going on, and yada yada." K Michelle kind of don't believe her. That's obviously that's what Jocelyn was doing, blackmailing her, basically saying that she don't act accordingly, she will put this information that she has about Carly out for the world to see. That's blackmail, Jocelyn. I know, I know you done got your little I know you done read a few books since we first met you or something, dear. I mean, come on now. So anyway, moving on. Stevie goes over to Mimi house. He all distraught, upset, and telling him about the whole Jocelyn thing with Dawn and all this mess. Mimi was just like, "Ain't there some shit here? You coming to me about something that's going on with your wife and how bad you did me, cheating on me with her and this and that, and putting all this drama in my life. Now you coming to me crying about her and me and her friend." She was just like, "Aunt Karma's a bitch." And it is. I actually felt the same way on the Mimi felt. I was just like, look how the tides turns. That's why honestly, when people do me wrong or I feel slighted by somebody or I'm just disrespected or whatever it is, usually I just won't respond to it. And I'll just ignore it because I'm just like, you know what? You was wrong for what you did, and I accept your apology if you are willing to apologize. But at the end of the day, karma's gonna get your ass. Just like if I did something to somebody, karma would get me. It's all gonna happen in due time. And when karma hits you, it don't necessarily have to hit you directly. It can hit somebody in your family, one of your friends, and somebody you love. You can lose your keys, any damn thing. You can be driving far away from home and you almost at your destination and all of a sudden you get a flat tire. All that shit's karma. Like, you just have to think about it. Okay, what did I do? Did I really have to slap that bitch last week? No, I didn't. Damn, now I got a flat tire. It gets you back sometimes quickly, sometimes it takes a little longer, but it always comes back to you. Believe me, boomerang season. But anyway, they're talking, and Mimi, she's kind of laughing at her confessionals, and basically Stevie wants to crash there until he gets everything situated with Jocelyn, which is the worst idea I ever fucking heard in my life. Like, really? And she's gonna let him because Mimi's weak and thirsty and silly, and would do anything for thirsty, just thirst. What won't she do to stay on the show? Mimi. I mean, come on. I think she's a beautiful woman, but she's definitely sold her soul, and it's a shame. Um, so she pretty much gonna let Stevie stay there. She was just like, "How you think this is gonna work out with Jocelyn and Chris?" And he was just like, "Oh, Chris, it would be cool. We can all be one happy family and shit." Stevie's just a snake child, but he is trying to act a little better this season, but it's not gonna last long. So Tommy and Jocelyn meet up. Jocelyn basically wants to read Tommy and be like, "Why did you show out at my event?" Yada yada yada. And Tommy was just like, "Look, I can do what I want to do. I did what I had to do. That girl, I went to Dawn because she was talking about me and she don't even know me. You can't tell me what to do, fool." Tommy's real hard. Um, she's such a pretty girl though. But she was talking to Jocelyn. Jocelyn was just like, "Look, you gotta calm that shit down. Like, you really have to stop. Like, you have to be a lady. You can't be 50 like these other girls. Like, you really have to calm down and you have to stop." And like, I was like that too. I wanted to beat bitches ass. I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight all the time. But you have to stop and not let people get to you. Tommy brings up the fact that she's is like allegedly borderline alcoholic or whatever. She uses to cope with her feelings, alcohol, and that's another reason why she turned up and spit all in the air like Pumpkin from Flavor of Love. And she was just like, because of the alcohol and all the shit she going on with Scrap and all. Child, I've never been in love with anybody. But if I ever fall in love, I hope I'm not dumb. I mean, just self esteem at the bottom of the floor, and just take all this shit off people, whomever I end up with. I really don't. I really hope I don't. Um, It's funny. It kind of ties into a little situation I'm going through right now, but I don't want to make this video too long. But anyway, let me get back to this Ratchet TV. So they had that moment, and Tommy gets a little emotional. She just need to get it together. I guess in a way, many people can relate to how Tommy's feeling. Uh, but there's still no excuse. Like, girl, get your life. These pretty girls fighting over these average looking men, average to below average looking men. Like, please. All right. So let's see. Dime Piece and Carly meet up. Carly basically smitten over Scrap Dillion, and she was just like, "Child, Scrap came over to my shop and he put me up on the damn counter and started kissing me." And Carly, bitch, please, you know exactly what you're doing. You did and Tommy's gonna whoop your ass, and you know you can't fight. So, and Tommy's a whole lot younger than you, so Tommy gonna wear that ass smooth out, and I'm here for it. Like, that piece was just like, really, Carly, you gonna do this? All that drama that's going on. He got these women fighting over him, the baby mama, crazy ass Tommy, and you gonna go and fuck around with him? You gonna go sleep with him? Carly was just sitting there chilling, looking crazy. She was just like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep with him, and I see why they going crazy over him. Long and behold, we find out Dime been secretly talking to Scrappy, the original Scrappy. And she kind of wondering why he hitting her up on Snapchat and all this shit, trying to see what's going on with her. And we'll get to that a little bit later. So just see, I was rocking with Dime for a minute, but I knew she was gonna start. That's why I couldn't fuck with her last season. I didn't even watch last season of this show. Um, but that's why I couldn't fool with Dime last season. Because I just saw mess all on her. Then her on K Michelle's show, I didn't like her. And I was trying to rock with Dime, but she gonna start some shit, and it's just gonna go all the way back down to my original feelings on her. All right, Mimi talks to Chris, her lover, and Chris, she comes over and she's just like, look, um, I'm sorry about everything, but I don't. She pretty much broke up with Mimi, because she was just like, you just come with a whole lot of baggage, and it's just a whole lot of shit that goes on with you. And I could never come in the place of you. You've got so much history with this man, like 15 plus years. And I don't want to come in between that. He will always be your baby father, and I can't come between that, even if I wanted to. And so Chris just basically left, and Mimi was left crying. I actually like Chris, and I feel bad for Chris. Um, how everything ended up turning out. That Mimi is basically a slave to the show and to Stevie, and will always be, in my opinion. All right. So anyway, um, let's see. So Carly, she goes and talked to K Michelle at her video shoot. They're talking, and K Michelle goes on and on about Rashida and this and that. And she is also like, I'm sending all these invitations out. I want all them bitches at my event so I can stunt on them and this and that. And she literally hands Carly invitations to her album release party. So I mean, hey, I don't know why she expect after so long and so much bad blood that she think that they would come. But I'm surprised Mimi thirsty ass didn't come. But hey, I don't know. Y'all know Mimi. She might sneak in the back just so she can have something to say. Okay. So let's see. Carly, she shows up to the girls. They're at the club, celebrating Mimi's and Ariane's birthday. And Carly takes out her purse and she hands out the invitation. She gives Rashida one. She's flabbergasted. She gives Mimi one. She's shocked. This woman has hit me in the face with flowers. She's disrespected me, my man that I was with, my ex, my baby daddy, and all this, and she expects for me to go to her party. Y'all know Mimi. And basically Rashida was shocked. Dime Piece didn't get an invitation, but K Michelle said she didn't want dime pennies there at her damn event, that she too ratchet, which is funny because Dime Piece has been on her show. So I guess they really fell out. I mean, K Michelle Sorry, I think Dime Piece was introduced by K Michelle or whatever. I think. Um, I could be wrong, but whatever. And so it was just shocking how much they don't fell out. But yeah, so the Dime Piece ended up ripping up Mimi's invitation because Mimi handed her invitation to her because she didn't have one, and they had that whole thing. So anyway, the camera shifts over to the Bambi. The Bambi is with Chaz Gotti, which is Deb Atney's nephew, Waka Flocka best friend. And they're talking, having that moment. Don Peace and Rashida walk over to see them. They're chatting it up. Rashida was like, "What's going on with y'all?" Um, the Bambi was just like, "We dating and everything, having fun." And then this is when Dime Piece uses her opportunity to say, "Oh, this is probably why Scrap is hitting me up." Then Bambi was just like, "Oh, I don't need to know that," and she didn't need to know that. Um, Dime Piece in her hair was trying to be funny, trying to be messy, and Bambi clocked her ass on it, and she was just like, "I didn't need to know that. It's none of my business." And she's just like, "Girl, join the club. Scrappy hitting everybody up. A lonely dick will do anything. Like, are you serious?" But Scrappy's heart will always be with the Bambi, straight up. Just like he will always have a place in his heart for Erica, the baby mama. So they start arguing. Dime Piece get up all disrespectful. I'll take your new nigga and your old nigga. And she gets up. She calls her a giraffe and yada yada. Baby was just like this fat ass cotton candy looking bitch. With just pink hair came up. She was like, "I don't even know you, yada yada." Dime Piece, oh, but they put Bambi out. Dime Piece, your man was looking at me though. And Rashida was like, "Look at your ass. Like, you don't got it pumped up so much. Everybody's looking at your ass, male or female." So that's pretty much the episode, y'all. Um, I didn't really like that scene with Dime Piece and the Bambi. I've always liked the Bambi. At least on this show, cause she's just always cool. She's a don't start no shit, won't be no shit type of chick, and she's very loyal. But that could all change. We gotta see what happens next week. I go back and forth with these heifers. I'm only human. I have the right to change my mind, right? With that said, I'm Mr. Chilak. Mr. Chilak in Google Plus. Follow me. Subscribe, like this video, all that good stuff. Chase King was here on Facebook, at It's King's World on Twitter, at It's King's World on Instagram, at It's King's World 89 on Snapchat. It's all lowercase. And just do your thing. This episode was called Playing with Fire. And that's just pretty much it, y'all. Love and hip hop. We out here. All right. Bye bye. Yes. Oh, and I have to say this before I leave. It's technically the next day since it's after 12 a.m. But I want to give a happy birthday shout out to the one and only, the legendary darling, Miss Jackson, If You Nasty, Miss Feedback, Miss Velvet Rope, Miss Together Again, Miss If, Miss fucking Everywhere I Go, Every Smile I See, darling. That's Together Again, right? Miss Rhythm Nation, Miss Pleasure Principal, Miss All That, Janet Jackson. She turned 50, and congratulations on the baby, all the good stuff. Legendary, darling, legendary divas. All right, I'm out. Bye, 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 bye.